right, we're recording.
Okay. All right. Welcome to the March BrewTubers meeting. We got a really good. I got a really bad echo going on. Let me turn it down.
Someone's got to mute themselves.
That's okay. I just turned my end down. So yeah, welcome everybody. And let's see. We've got new. Well, let's do roll call. Really. Let's start out with that. Treasurer.
I'm here.
Okay. Club recruiter. John's not here, right? Social
No,
media manager.
John is here.
John?
John's here.
Okay. Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
John's right here.
Okay. Social media.
Twitter, here, Dennis.
Yeah. Twitter. Instagram.
Here.
Discord MeWe.
Here, Matt.
Okay. Secretary. John.
John.
Okay. That's me here.
All right. And myself, we got Brandon is what's your official title, Brandon?
Jesus fuck.
VP and merch manager.
VP of merch. And Nick, what's your official title?
Oh, merch.
You should know my official title, but it's VP and sponsorships manager.
All right. I want you to say it, buddy.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. So do you want me to
That's a
share the
mouthful.
screen?
That's
Yeah,
probably
it
a good
is.
idea. Yeah.
All right. Can you want to give me access?
You shouldn't need it. Everyone should be able to share their screen.
Okay. This one. I get monitors everywhere. Let's see if you guys got this one.
You good?
Okay. Okay, so we did roll call, and let's start with the board selection or election results. And we have, I don't know, can you guys see this right now, the Word document?
No.
Okay, give it a second. I have shitty internet.
No.
I can see it on my shitty internet.
Are you
Oh,
trying
well,
to share the agenda, Gary?
What's that?
Are you trying to share the agenda?
The agenda was up. Now I'm sharing the election results.
Oh. No.
It's not popping up.
No, sir.
All right.
You want me to do it? I got it right
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Sean, because my internet's really slow.
here.
I'll stop my share. Okay, so last month we had.
my screen.
Yeah, I see your screen. It came up right away. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so we had the treasurer. We had two nominees, David Phelps and Nikhil. I don't think Nikhil is here tonight, but David obviously won that, 15 votes. Club recruiter, we only had one volunteer. It was John. John got 19 votes. And social media, Twitter account management is Dennis. He got 20 votes. You all can see that. Social media, Instagram, Ryan Lewis, 21 votes. And social media, Discord and MeWe, that's Matt, and 21 votes there. So we had two election positions that happened during the month, and that was the club recruiter and the secretary, which Mike Dean resigned from, and Sean was voted in. So let's start out with Treasury. Financials.
Working on it.
So you'll have to release
Stop
your
the
screen.
share now.
Yeah, there you go. Run through this real quick.
All right. So really quick. So I'm still, forgive me, I'm still trying to organize everything, but as of right now, we have 3
Excuse me.
sponsorships coming in at $950 a year. As of yesterday, we have 27 members in the club at $48 a member. That gives us $12.96. And then our profit component of the merchandise was $34.49 this month, which gives us a yearly profit of $274.49. So that's our yearly income at this point, year to date. Here's our sponsors and the costs that they're signed up for. Nick will talk about that a little bit more. But in a nutshell, currently our previous balance 30 days ago was $1,533.06. We've gotten over almost $1,300, $1,297 in income. We've spent $327.94. And those expenditures are really, we keep a running account or a running balance at the merchandise printer at Printify, who does our printing right now. So as our account dwindles, we need to reimburse that. So those are what the expenses are at this present time. So currently our balance for the club is $2,502.12. So we are obviously healthy. Just in general, right now, kind of my view on this is that in order to maintain the club, the website, the hosting, all the back house stuff, we at a minimum need to have $809.52 in the bank account. So obviously we're well above that, so we're healthy, but that's kind of the financials for the month. Any questions? All right. I'm going to stop sharing and go.
Actually, I had a quick question, Dave, related to the financials. From the merchandise standpoint, you mentioned that those numbers were accurate as of a half hour ago. So that takes into account any purchases made today?
Not the merchandise.
Okay.
No.
So I didn't have a chance to touch base with Brandon before the meeting. That was actually a week ago. But the balance,
Oh, gotcha.
the balance in the account, the income, the expenses, and the overall balance were all 100% accurate based on like a half hour ago, 45 minutes ago.
Yep, and that doesn't include glasses, because Gary's pretty much our one-stop shop for glasses right now. And
But
we're gonna get that information as well. So next month,
Still waiting for mine.
You're still waiting for yours. I sent it.
So
We'll check it
we're
out.
still. Give me a little bit of time. We're still ironing the
Not worried
tracking of everything right now. So, but,
Okay.
it's all on the up and up. I promise.
Awesome.
And I'm following my rules by not stealing money.
I just dropped almost $100 today, so
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Oh,
I
That's
saw
what I
that,
asked,
Leo.
Leo.
Thank you,
Thank
Leo.
you, Leo.
I saw that, Leo. That was part of the balance, but not the merchandise. So
Sweet.
Brian's got his hand up.
So, question for you guys. If I think I heard correctly, it sounds like you have to put money in. Is it Printify you guys are using for the shirts right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you have to put money into an account in order to sell stuff?
So what happens is they charge us first for the manufacturing of it, and then
Okay.
what we charge for the merchandise goes into the PayPal, but we have to pay for it through Printify first whenever anybody buys something. So whatever it costs to manufacture it gets taken off first, and then it's really gets put back into the PayPal as the whatever it costs to manufacture, and then the markup of the product.
What's a typical price of a shirt?
Typical price is $21.99 or $19.
No, I mean, how much are you paying for it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's like 12, but I'll have to check that. I'll verify that.
Okay. I mean, I'm just throwing this out there for a suggestion to
Please.
simplify things. Teespring that I use doesn't charge me anything. I have to pay
Okay.
nothing. All I do is if I sell a shirt, I get whatever the profit is. They handle the shipping, all of it, everything. I don't have to pay. I don't have to keep any kind of account funded or anything like that.
I second that on Teespring. I've looked into it as well.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You can look into it. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Awesome.
can look into that.
Just to save some hassle, because I mean that
100%.
in and out, that influx and outflow of money is kind of a pain. It sounds like it would be to me anyways. I wouldn't like that. So
No,
No,
I
that'd be perfect.
appreciate that, Brian. So we're just so everybody, the latest information, we're about a 20%, 26% profit. 20%, 26% of the cost of merchandise is coming back to us. If that makes any sense, that's
Yeah, that would be our markup. But I will 100% look into Teespring because yes, it is.
Yeah, and I think your margins would probably be a little bit better based on what the
Perfect.
pricing of the shirts and stuff are.
Yep.
I was going to ask Brian, do you know if there's like a tiered setup or anything? So, I wouldn't want us to be screwed one way or the other.
What do you mean tiered setup? Like if you
sell so much, you get a certain percentage, or is it always just a set percentage?
It's always a blanket. I mean, you set whatever percentage based on, you pick the quality of the shirt, you pick, the colors and all that kind of stuff. And then basically based on what the cost of the shirt is and what you sell it for, that's your fixed margin. I mean, and I suppose, a large creator that's selling, hundreds of thousands of shirts a month would probably get a little bit better price. But, as far as the club or myself goes, I mean, it's pretty much a set margin. You set it whatever you want it to be.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to look into this. Awesome. Thank you, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are we good with Treasury? Let's move on to Secretary. Sean, introduce yourself and your new role.
Okay. All right. So first, thanks everybody for welcoming me into this. I found this one morning late at night in the firehouse, and I was like, "Oh, this looks cool. I'm gonna check it out." And 3 weeks later, I'm on the board here, so it's great. I've learned a ton from all of you so far. My role here is the secretary, and I got a million. I DM Nick most of the questions, so I don't embarrass myself. But my role as a secretary, I'm kind of going to keep track of the membership, working directly with Dave and the president in regards to everybody's up to date, your status is up to date, your information's up to date. And with that, I was going to contact all of you privately. We would like to get a full membership database, and it would be private only, so it's up to your comfort level if you want. We were just looking for a name, address, and phone numbers, and but it would be private information that would only be shared. And if you don't want to share it, we completely understand. We worked on this agenda just to kind of keep, we value your time as much as you value ours. So to try to keep a roll of things as we go, and this is going to be a living document, I suppose. But I think as a club with 20 people, we can get away with it. But if we start getting into the 30, 40, 50 people on these Zooms, it could go off the rails with people chatting. So basically that's what I'm doing. And I'll be taking the minute meeting or the meeting minutes, whether we need them or not. But just in case, again, if there's any business that we handle in terms of like this T-shirt stuff or down the road that requires us to actually go to a vote, I'll have a document of it, and so the membership will have it if they need it. That's basically it.
So, Sean, I can provide you that because the website does have a lot of that data you're asking for, and I can dump it to a CSV file. So we can get offline on that.
Oh, perfect.
All right, Club Recruiter, John?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great. So, great. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Not able to bring up the video tonight. Had a little too much going on. But yeah, so I was elected as a club recruiter. My opponent was nobody, so it's all good. But so yeah,
congratulations.
Just going to work closely with the social media managers. Anybody out there, have anybody you think would be good fit for the club, just reach out to me. I'll do my best to get them in. Yeah, I don't have a whole heck of a lot to say here. Not like the rest of you, but like I said, excited to be here and hoping to grow this thing. Hope it helps everyone else out there grow your channels. But yeah, I said just reach out if you have any questions. I'm going to be learning this role for quite some time. So yeah, that's about all I got, guys.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Sean.
just the caveat on that. All y'all are gonna be developing your roles. This is all new to us. So we're launching this ship and we're all kind of moseying along, trying to figure it out as we go. Okay. Social media managers, Twitter.
Hey guys, my name's Dennis. So I was elected the social media manager for Twitter. My main role is to retweet videos that are posted from club members primarily. What we're asking for you guys to do is, if you'd like that to be done, that's a service that we'd like to provide for you guys to help build your channels. Obviously, some of you have a lot more than others, but you have that ability to do that. What we're asking, if you could do us a favor, if you're willing, is drop it in the Discord. We have a channel that's already built for that. So new videos. Role is also to include helping out with sponsorship. We have some requirements with our sponsors to make sure that we provide some screen time for them as well. And then in the future, what I'd like to see this role start to move into is, instead of a talking at people and just dropping information, is more of an engagement type of thing. Whether that be polls, whether that's asking questions, more of engagement, and hopefully helping out with recruitment of the club as well, and maybe drawing some other people in as you engage with those types of things. So if they're stopping in, checking out videos that you guys have posted and we've retweeted those, that we could have some engagement, some talk, and that might be a way for people to kind of check us out and join the club if they so see fit.
Awesome. Thank you, by the way. Instagram.
How you doing, everyone? Brian, Lou, Hayes Nation. Thank you, Nate. What I'm looking for is, for the Instagram, is I'm looking for like original content. I don't want to step on anybody's toes that has their own Instagram account. So if you could, I mean, it doesn't take much to take another picture. Take another picture, throw it in a Discord. If you're going to throw it in the Discord, I'm going to assume that you want it shared. If you don't want it shared, by all means, make sure you make it noticeable. And if I'm going to share a picture, I'm going to tag you. I'm going to give you credit for it. I'm just looking for like original content. It's somebody that follows BrewTubers, and they might follow Under the Table or Rec Brewing. They can see that there. I want like original content to bring in. That, and it doesn't matter what kind of pictures. I want like the life of a BrewTuber, whether you're bottling, you're cleaning, it's a brew day. Just shoot a picture, send it over. And like in the past week, we've netted 14 followers. I mean, not that matters. It does, but it doesn't. Like followers gets us sponsors. That's a number we could throw at sponsors. But I'm more wanting the engagement with regular brewers. That way, we could throw a little bit of knowledge at them, and then they come back for more. It's like the free version of OnlyFans. You give them a little, and they'll come back in and they start paying. Not that it's about money, but we need something to survive.
Hey Lou.
Yeah.
Tell us how we get
what's OnlyFans?
What's that?
How we get our pictures to you? How do we get a photo to you?
Just throw them in. I'm always scouring any of the channels of the Discord, so just drop them in there.
So not everybody's on Discord.
I mean, is there anybody? I mean, the only person. Go ahead, Nate. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, maybe you want to drop a loubrew@gmail or whatever your email.
Yeah, I mean, get them any way you can.
Put that, drop that in the minutes, and then that way we all know how to get it to you.
I mean, I think 95% of us are in Discord. The only person off the top of my head is Dean, not in the Discord. But yeah, it don't matter. Just put the pictures in there and we'll get them up. It's already, you could tell that and the amount of like impressions, the amount of engagement and stuff is already going way up. Just the amount of eyes that are seen on the BrewTubers Instagram is up and up.
You good if we DM the picture to you in Instagram?
Oh, yeah. Any, it don't matter.
I'm just not on Discord.
Just fax it to me. I don't care.
I'm just not on Discord very much. I got so much other stuff going
No.
on.
Oh, I totally, yeah. Any way you get it to
So
me.
many notifications all the time. So
Yeah. Any way you get it to me, I'll make sure it gets there.
All right, Lou, thanks. Appreciate it. Discord, MeWe, Matt.
Hey guys, Matt, just go over the Discord and the MeWe. Do MeWe first because it's probably the easier one. MeWe, as you guys know, everybody helped to revamp the banner, make it a little bit more current because the one we had out there before was like 9 years old. So it's nice to see a current snapshot of where the club is these days. So thank you for everyone for sending me all that information that has been updated. I think it was updated on the Twitter page as well. As far as trying to get us out there in MeWe, I've joined some homebrewing groups out there. I've tried to get us some exposure there, and I'm going to continue doing as much as I can in that space. On the Discord side of things, you guys have probably seen, those that are using it, that all the channels have been reorganized. They're now done by section. Everybody that is a member should have full access to that. One thing I did in addition to that is I added a welcome screen. I can share my screen if that helps, just so I can show you guys what it looks like, because current members aren't going to see it. It's only going to be new people that come in. So it gives them a little bit of a roadmap. So they're not, jumping in and sort of like, well, where do I start? I don't know if I can try to share the screen if it's going to take over, showing if you have to stop sharing.
Go ahead.
Is that working?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So obviously this Discord is what it looks like, right? So a new person coming in, I'm just going to go here. This is what they would see. They would see a welcome screen. They wouldn't see the menu, but they would just see that screen, that middle part. So, and we can tailor this however we want, but this is, here's welcome to BrewTubers. Here's what we're about. And it kind of gives them a bit of a roadmap where to start to engage with everybody. But while I'm here, I wanted to ask, because we were just talking about Instagram and dropping pictures and things. We do have a section in here for social media drops. Currently, it's set up where there's a general for everyone to just drop their videos, which is what everybody's been using. We've also added in, when we did the channel reorg, we added in MeWe, Twitter. We could also add in Instagram, Facebook, any of that stuff. But I wanted to ask the group if that made any sense. If people don't find that very useful, we can get rid of it. We can reorganize that. But right now, everybody's just been using the general video drops channel. So it's whatever makes sense for everybody. Maybe as we use this, send me your feedback. We're happy to try to make that work for everybody. Whatever's easiest. Not trying to influx everybody with a ton of information in here, a ton of channels. So if we can, minimize this in any way, we will. So.
Matt, do you have any future plans on either Discord or MeWe?
So, on MeWe, what I planned on doing was just trying to get us out on as many groups as possible. So far, I've gotten us into a couple of big groups, just me, and I'm just trying to promote the club. I'm going to continue to work in that space to see what other groups there are out there, and just to get more and more eyes on us. Really, it's just at this point, it's a test, right? It's like another version of a Facebook, so we're not really sure where it's going to go. It would be helpful if, I can get into as many groups as possible, and people start asking questions. Oh, what's BrewTubers? Because I try to throw those kind of buzzwords out at people when I join those groups, and when I chat with people about things I'm doing in my own brewery, I'll try to touch on BrewTubers as much as I can. I'll throw that in there, and every now and then I'll get a question. So the more exposure, the better there, and just to kind of prove that area out. As far as Discord goes, I'm actually looking into seeing if we can automate as much of that as possible. That'll only help out the next person that takes the role, if it's not me next year, just to try to make it more self-sustaining. That's my goal with this year.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Appreciate it, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, merchandise manager.
Yeah. Good evening, guys. So I got a few stickers and things on the website. I'm going to be looking into Teespring. What I really want to find in the next couple of months is a glass distributor so we can make some other glasses. Maybe
BWO.
BWO probably. and probably somebody who can do like bottle openers, coasters, things like that. Hopefully, like I can find somebody that can do that kind of stuff. And then just new designs. I just got to have a little time to think with the little Rugrats and try to come up with some stuff. But if anybody has anything cool they think would look good on a t-shirt, merchandise, anything like that, just reach out to me. If you guys want stuff that's branded to you, I'm fine with putting that on the website as well. Just reach out to me and we can work on some stuff. Yeah, so it's really just getting some new merch out there. Yes, Brandon, please. Yes.
I think Josh has a question here. Sorry.
Yes, Josh. Sorry. I couldn't see you.
So for glass, I looked into Grandstand at one time.
Okay.
I don't know if it's grandstand.com, but just Google Grandstand glass.
egrandstand.com.
Okay. Yeah. You may have to order. Well, I'm sure there's a minimum order.
48.
48. Okay. That's not much. That's not bad.
I'm working on some glasses for myself right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Grandstand would be a good one.
Thanks, Josh. Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you, Brian, as well. Yeah. So that's just some of the stuff I'll be working on, but it's just, and then I working with the social media guys and getting, those pictures out there. But yeah, just getting some new exciting merch for us and other people as well. That's it.
All right. Thanks, Brandon. Sponsorship VP, Nick.
I'm going to grab your screen real quick. I'm going to share mine. Just let me know if everyone can see it. If and when you see it.
Grab them by the screen.
Got it.
So just some quick high level overviews of some things, some quick hits. Big thanks to everyone for posting your there were probably 5 to 7 videos of beer and wine unboxing. I know that talking to Gennaro, he really appreciated it. And right now, the oldest video is about 5 days old, and we have probably anywhere from 75 to 100 views between the videos. So those things are only going to keep building, keep getting better. So big thanks to everyone for doing their beer and wine unboxing videos for the DK and yeast experiment. That was awesome. Also, there were a group of you, 5 people. Andrew, who's not in the meeting. I know Dave is going to give some product to Dennis. As well as some other folks. Nate got some stuff, but 5 Star sent them some new products that they wanted them to review. So if you guys could have those review videos out by the end of next week, if possible, not the biggest deal, but if I could at least have a handful to be able to show those folks, that'd be good. And then, in terms of product reviews, I think the way I'm going to move towards letting folks, so everything's fair for everyone, posting it on Discord for the first time. Not everybody has Discord, as Brian mentioned. He doesn't go on it a ton, and there are some other folks in the club that don't have it. So what I'm going to start doing is, if we get products that our sponsors want us to review for any reason, I will be emailing the entire club, and I'll give you guys a few days to reply. And for example, if I have 5 products and 10 people reply, I'll pick folks based on who has done the least, given whatever the situation may be. It's probably the most fair way to do it, so everybody gets to review products evenly as much as they want. It's probably the best way to do it in that regard. I don't want anybody that wants to review a product that can't. For example, if Dennis hasn't reviewed a product yet, but I've given Dave 3 different products to review, it's just not fair. So I'm trying to find the best way to make it fair for everyone. And then 4th line item, the sponsor logos I sent in an email last week. If any of you need those, again, just reach out and let me know. But for videos that you're promoting, or for any type of social media that you're doing, whether it's Ryan doing Instagram, Dennis doing Twitter, or any of you on your personal social medias, if you are promoting a sponsor, for example, if you're using Imperial Yeast and you want the logo, just be mindful, maybe throw the logo on the Instagram as an added picture, or whatever the case may be, just to give the sponsors an extra little, how do you do? And then lastly, any questions, please reach out to me. Let me know if there's anything you need from a product standpoint. I can, what's great about beer and wine is that they didn't have the Bonlander Munich malt that Nate needed for DKN. So I just placed a call to Gennaro, the owner, and he got it in. So if there's anything that you need for your brew day that you think, that you look on the beer and wine website and you see that they don't have it, do not think that they don't have it. Reach out to me. I'll put you in touch with Gennaro, or I'll do it myself. I can reach out to them too, and we can get that taken care of. We don't want you to not purchase through our sponsors because you think they don't have something. That was Gennaro's biggest thing. Just making sure that you reach out, set up that line of communication, and we can get you squared away. But other than that, nothing else to report.
Jerry has a question, Nick. He wanted to know if you've chatted with Bouncer.
Who?
Bouncer?
No, but who asked the question?
Oh, Jerry did.
Oh, Jerry. No, not yet. I have reached out to some companies such as Brewfather and things, and they're interested in setting up affiliate deals. But the way I look at it for the club is, home brewing is a very small community, so it'd be very disingenuous for me to agree to an affiliate deal when we're kind of charging our sponsor upwards of $400 a year for sponsorship. So it's not a great look in that regard. So I'm still reaching out to sponsors, still got a couple of meetings lined up, seeing how things go. But Bouncer is one that I definitely will be reaching out to.
Yeah, sure. If you want, I can send your info to Tim and Doug, or I can send you their info either way. Really cool guys to work with. I know that they do sponsor the SJ Pour Challenge.
Well, that's the other part of it. They're a sponsor of the SJ Pour Challenge, so there is that kind of conflict of interest there. We're not, I'm not sure how interested we are in reaching out to sponsors that do the challenge, just because they're, we kind of have different sponsors in that regard. But it is a conversation to be had. It is something that we can talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in on that on the Bouncer deal. I'm actually releasing a video this weekend on the Pro Inline, and I went on their website to look up some information, and they're listing that they are a sponsor of BrewTubers. So
I saw that. Yeah, I actually saw that a couple weeks ago, which is
yeah, we saw that. And we were like, wait a minute, they are?
I didn't see them in the sponsor list that you gave, so I'm like, yeah, probably not.
Yeah. So yeah, we actually had a short discussion about that. It's if not anything else, it's worth it to reach out to them to see kind of where that came from and get the origins of that situation. But yeah, it's like I said, it's definitely something to keep in the back of our minds. If not anything, making the connection is always a good idea, Jerry.
I have a question, Nick. Is there any objections to, or maybe would have thought of the idea of putting those logos on the website somewhere? I know we've been putting our commercials and things out there for people to download, rather than you have to keep emailing them out to anybody that might have missed the vote. Can we put them somewhere on the website for them to be downloaded then instead?
That'd be great too. That's a good idea too. Yeah. I mean, I'd probably want to reach out to the sponsors to get their blessings first, just to make sure that because a lot of the logos they sent me are not logos that I found doing a Google image search. For example, the beer and wine hobby logos, some of them were in black font. I couldn't really find any that were in straight black, like all the way through. So I think that they may have just created those. So yeah, I can reach out to the sponsors just to kind of get their blessing, just to make sure. But it's a good idea, definitely.
Yeah, we can post those on the media page for easy download.
Yeah, for sure.
Was that it, Nick?
That's it.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Nick.
If I could just drop in real quick.
Yeah, go right ahead, Leo.
Just wanted to make sure that in case everybody did not know, I know I posted this. I work with Nick with some of the sponsors if they want a commercial or anything of that nature made. I made the original BrewTubers commercial up, and as of today, late this afternoon, I finally was able to post the official 30-second Imperial Yeast commercial that is up on my YouTube channel, but I have also sent it to Matt so that any of these commercials, as I make them, everyone to make them accessible for everybody to be able to download and use them as you wish.
Yeah, I didn't want to take Leo's thunder and announce that news. I wanted Leo to announce it, so I'm glad he did.
Okay, I didn't know if you did, and I just didn't.
I wanted to leave that up to you, yeah. But Leo's been making commercials for the sponsors, which has been awesome.
Got it done today. Imperial, they're not the quickest to respond on things, but we finally got that approved, and it is up and running, and it's a quick 30-second, bang it out.
Yeah, and we're still waiting to hear back from 5 Star on their interest, but Leo's been working, as he mentioned, with Imperial, as well as beer and wine, and he's got one for beer and wine that's it's pretty amazing. It's a bit different than the Imperial, but the production quality on it's pretty amazing. So
I'm at for beer and wine. I'm just waiting on approval. It's done. That's all I'm doing is waiting on approval from them.
Yeah, so it's kind of an added perk to the sponsorships that we don't list on the tiers, because I certainly wouldn't want to put that that burden on Leo or anybody if we were to start to get a lot of sponsors. So it's not something I'll be including in the sponsorship tiers, just kind of giving them added value within during the course of the year-long sponsorship. But big thanks to Leo for that. It's been received really well by the two sponsors that have gotten them so far.
Very
so
cool.
I have every expectation 5-star will move forward, and we'll get one set up for them too. So
Okay, awesome. So we were going to touch on your stuff there, as you can see on the shared screen there, Leo. You can talk more about that in a moment. But we're wrapping this up here. I wanted to just jump over that for a moment and just talk about unfinished business, and then we'll come back to news and special committees. So unfinished business. Does anybody have any unfinished business from last month? Because I know we had a lot of roles that we had to vote on. Those are done. Is there anything undone? Does anybody have anything? Okay, easy. I wanted to get that one out of the way real quick. So we've wrapped up all old business. There's nothing really that we need to resolve tonight from previous meetings. So let's move on. Brandon, do you want to just talk about your chopped idea and then see where that goes?
Sure. Yeah. So we want to have sort of brewing experiences throughout the year, right? So the yeast experiments are pretty much going to get us until the fall. So we wanted to have something for the fall. And I sort of started having this idea, and it's a little grain of an idea, that I really want to break out a subcommittee and see if we can't flesh out. So if you guys have ever seen the show Iron Chef or Chopped, basically what it is a cooking contest where a select amount of ingredients are provided to you, or you have to use them. And I thought that was a kind of neat idea, and you can sort of adopt that into a brewing process. So it's I don't want to say this is exactly what it is, like step for step, because I really want to flesh that out with the whole group. But basically the concept is you would have a base ingredient, whether that be a yeast, a grain, or a hop, that would be randomly selected for you. And I would assume that we would probably do this in groups, so it'd be a little more fair, like a hub situation. And then a specialty ingredient, whether that be extract, a fruit, chocolate, coffee, something like that. So you'll get these two ingredients, and you can make anything you want, but you have to center it around those two ingredients. And it naturally lends itself to a competition. I am calling it myself the Iron Brewer, but again, that is something that we can look into and flesh out. But it's more of, I thought it was a neat kind of way to get into it. And if I can just get into why I think it's kind of cool, not just for us, but for our audiences. I think it'd be kind of cool to have a highly productive thing. I'm looking at you, Leo. To get the, like, when we do listen, Leo, if you listen to it, you might like it. A nice productive video of how we that when we announce these products, we can get sponsored products, Imperial yeast, things like that. This would probably be a cool thing to sell to them. We could do recipe creations, which a lot of our YouTube videos, we don't do recipe creations, but it'd be a cool way to get out there is like, I have to build a recipe around this. Let me make a video about it, right? And then, brew days. And then if we wanted to make this a competition, it would naturally lend itself to that, where we would select each year one iron brewer or whatever the heck we're going to call it. So I did want to see if that is something we want to move forward with. If we do, I would love to get a subcommittee out. And really, we have some time here. I was thinking about having it happen in the fall/winter. So we don't have to, you guys, I'm going to open up for questions. And if we want to move forward, I'll love, to reach out to me and we'll start a subcommittee. And I could explain anything else. I tried to explain it as good as I could without sort of imprinting exactly what I want, because I don't want it what I want. I want it what we want.
Our local club has done Iron Brewer the last couple of years, Brandon, so I could probably lend you a little bit on how we do it. But it's almost like we have a hat of ingredients, and there are all these different ones, and there's duplicates of each, and everyone draws 4. So like it's like the Iron Chef, where you have to go up and you pull your ingredients around the table, right, and you have to showcase those items. And you have to use at least 2 of the 4 that you pick out of the hat. So you might be stuck with like Honey Nut Cheerios and mushrooms or something, and cinnamon and chocolate. Everything bagel seasoning. Yeah. It's nuts. What we go like really crazy out there stuff. Some people, dill pickles, and that goes out the window, and they brew with the strawberries or something. So. But it's a lot of fun.
And I mean,
you could really narrow it down and make it more like, hey, you have to use these 2 ingredients, kind of what you were leaning towards. But anyway, there's more. I got more on that.
Anything, honestly. Yeah, we could do anything, and that's why I didn't like everything's open. Go ahead.
My local club does Iron Kettle. Same type of thing.
Well, Brandon,
Josh, I saw your
Josh has his hand up.
Okay. I can't.
I was just going to say, I'll throw my hat in there to help be part of that subcommittee. We did something like that with the SJ Board Challenge a couple of years ago.
Cool.
Awesome. Okay, so I guess we just need to flesh out who wants to be in the committee tonight, and then we just move forward.
I mean, I don't want to take up everybody's time. I'll connect with Josh, and then if anybody just wants to DM me on Discord, wherever, on Instagram, Twitter, if you guys just want to reach out to me, and I'll sort of set that up. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take everybody's time where they feel like they have to do with the subcommittee, but we can definitely do it. And again, it could be a million ways. I know Matt brought up something about where they have a draft. He's done one with a draft. So there's a bunch of things we can do.
Yeah.
So
they do it like a fantasy football draft style, which is really cool. Any flavor of this is a lot of fun. So it's really cool that we're considering this.
Well, it's always something that, by the way, Brandon, it sounds like you don't want to obviously, push on this very hard. So it doesn't sound like it's something that you're trying to form in the next, couple of weeks or month.
Nope.
We could very well make that subcommittee a sub little Discord channel where the people who are on that committee, we can chit chat about it over the next couple of months.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up now, is because, we have the yeast experiments for the foreseeable future. But if it's something we really want to flesh out, yes. And I believe I already talked to Matt about it, but I believe that is something that we can 100% do, is just sort of create a little subcommittee thing for this. Yep. So I think that is the plan.
And I think it's important that if you guys do the subcommittee, that only the subcommittees can have access to that channel.
Right.
I was just going to say that if you want to do that, that can definitely be done. We can create a role for that committee. They would have their own channel, and that's all that would be able to see that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Just too many soups, too many chefs spoil the soup. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, well, it's also good to have a centralized. It really has been very helpful for the club to have the Discord. So it's nice to have that centralized location. You guys can all go to the same place for information. So you'll just have a separate channel for that.
Yeah, and it's good to archive that info afterwards too.
Awesome. Thank you guys for the time.
Okay. And Leo, can you just talk about the YouTube channel? Because everybody can see that on there. So Club YouTube channel, you want to talk about how we're going to use that?
Yeah, well, it was kind of the thought that I had, and things moved so quickly with the creation of the club. And I never thought to speak up or ask questions, and that's on me initially. And I noticed it with the social media managers. We had Twitter, we had Instagram, Discord, MeWe. Nothing was ever being said or done about the YouTube channel. Did we have a YouTube channel? Is anybody doing anything with it? What are the thoughts on it? And when I realized that nothing was going on, some ideas had been bounced around, but nothing has ever been really presented or put in concrete. So that's why I'm here. Take it as you wish. Everybody can think on this and make some decisions. But my thoughts were kind of this: if the BrewTubers YouTube is all about BrewTubers, then I think one of the fears that everyone has had is it's going to be one person, one singular thing, and I don't think it needs to be that. If you look at my YouTube channel and how I break everything down into a playlist, I've got one playlist that's brew reviews, one's for brew days, one's for the show that I do, micro sessions, and it popped in my head that if we have multiple contributors to the BrewTubers channel, that's how we could break that up. If we had a happy hour and somebody hosted a happy hour, it could be put into that. They would have access to the channel. They could upload it. That would be their thing. I know that on the website, there used to be a show. I think it was In the Brew House. That was an hour-long interview that you guys used to have. That is something that could be part of a playlist. Someone could host, bring that back, however that could be done. I had an idea for a show that was kind of an introductory thing, 30-minute show, do an update on our meetings, nothing in particular that anybody should know about, but updates on competitions, things like Brandon and the Chop competition, who we are selling ourselves, and then another 2 segments, really. It'll be no more than a 30-minute show, 2 segments of an interview of a BrewTuber as an introductory thing, not a full hour like we would propose for a different show, but something of that nature. Sadly, we've already chosen officers. We have club managers. So this is a little late to the party to be bringing this up. And I know that it would probably have to be shelved until next year. But I think it would be a waste if we didn't act on the channel and be creative with it somehow now.
Hey, why don't we move like Gary's newsreel stuff that he was doing? He was doing the brew news. That's a perfect video segment for the YouTubers channel because it's kind of all encompassing. It's not just Gary's content. He's talking about what other BrewTubers are doing and what's going on in the beer world. A little bit like a podcast, a shortened podcast of video. So,
and that's kind of what I stole. I stole some of the idea from Gary. I actually stole the title of the show. I've actually prepared a selling point. I didn't come here empty-handed. I actually produced something for you guys to see if you're interested, but I stole the title from Brandon.
I didn't steal it. I gave it to you. I said, you asked me, and I said yes.
I kind of stole it because I was using it before I ever asked you. And I produced it. I wanted to call the show The Brew World Order.
Nice.
And it is going to be that update of everything that we are. It is not my show about me. I've already got that. I want to promote and sell everybody here. I want to be able to promote Gary Tap Out. I want to promote Exit 12, the podcast, all of that. And that's why I wanted the interviews to be short and sweet, introductory. Also throw in the sponsors. The sponsors would be at least 2 commercials in every program. And it would be that, like Nate said, that introductory, it's all about us, not just one individual.
Love it. So when are you planning on kicking this thing off?
As soon as we get an approval. I've already got an intro made up. I don't know how we would access that from here. I know that I don't know if Gary can access that or if I can share that.
Why don't you share your screen?
Yeah,
Leo?
you can share your screen.
You should be able to
Leo.
share it from.
I know how to edit. I don't know computers beside editing software. How do I do that? Share.
It's in the
There's a little green
middle.
button at the
Where,
bottom.
do you have that
Big
program
green
open?
button
Where
at
is
the
it?
bottom of the screen that says
But
share.
is it in YouTube?
Hey,
or
there
something?
it is. Okay, hold on. All right, let me see.
Aw.
Nick, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh,
What
you're
did
the
I
one
do?
calling us nerds earlier, weren't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Leo,
All right,
you
so
said
we're
you're
at-
going to keep it together today.
I've only had a beer, so where the hell do I find?
So if you make sure you have the video up, like
When you click share screen,
so-
it should pop up.
Oh, okay, there
Yeah,
it
your
is.
video needs to be
So
up.
you guys got it. You guys got to show me. All right, hold on.
Okay,
You
I was a
click on
little
the click.
nervous about what was going to pop up
Me
on the
too.
screen. I'm not
Me
gonna
too,
lie.
Dave. Dave, me too, buddy.
If I had known that I was going to be sharing, I would have had something prepared.
No,
Didn't
you're
you
being
say you were going to
recorded,
share
Leo.
it? Didn't you say you
Recorded.
wanted to
Most
share it?
basic desktop on
But I didn't know you knuckleheads were actually going to want me to do this. Wait a minute.
You
Of
don't
course,
have
you put a
to.
lot of work into it.
You can
All
if
right.
you want.
Just hush. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Ready.
We are
That's it.
ready.
Oh shit! I don't think it's got volume.
The issue is you're not going to have volume because you have headphones on. He has headphones on, so the volume's not going to play through. I don't think.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But it looks great.
He need to have his microphone be. It does look awesome.
Yeah, he's jamming
And
out.
he need to have his microphone.
He's like,
system
yeah.
audio.
Oh, 3.8%.
Leo thinks he's fucking killing it right now.
BrewTubers.
What
I'm
happened?
No, you get-
Are we hearing NWO music right now?
yeah.
That's too sweet.
Leo, we can't hear it. There's no volume, bud.
What?
Yeah, we
there's
can
no
only
volume.
see it.
Hold on.
I had to get you a new.
It's
I
because
will
you
give
have headphones.
You think
Leo,
so?
I had
That's
to give
why.
you the logo.
Stop.
There's another setting that you have to click.
It's definitely because his headphones are his. Yeah, you have to change.
I can't hear anything y'all are saying with this playing. So what happened?
Leo, let me give you the
Just
actual
send a
logo.
What?
You never asked for the actual logo. Let me give it to you.
All right. So besides all that, Leo can send the link to this video to everybody, and they can see it after the fact.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll just have him send the link to it. I think that's probably a better idea.
Yeah.
Right.
So Leo.
I think they're shutting you down, Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. All right, so I'm going to stop that.
Denied.
It's a great video. It was
No,
a great non-volume video.
Yeah.
The audio was my favorite part. My own.
John, you want to keep this train on the tracks before it?
Yeah,
rails
we're
off?
about to derail here. We're at the end.
I don't know what happened. I think we derailed. No, so the issue, Leo, there was that if you have headphones in, it
Yep.
ignores your system audio, and so because I found that out to a presentation of 500 people,
All right,
which
so wait
was
a minute.
awesome.
Oof.
So I can
Oh.
either unplug this and try it again, or we can shelve it to another day.
Just send it to us. We'll put it on
Okay.
the.
I think you share it and put it on YouTube and share it privately on his and.
Yeah, put it on the
it looked
BrewTubers
amazing.
YouTube
Yeah.
channel or something.
I
Okay.
think your ideas are awesome.
I
That
can
is
either
your
do
way-
that. It's just
I
the
would do that.
intro.
Desktop audio at the same time.
What's that?
I didn't see a way in the options for
You
the
can or you can't.
program to share your desktop.
No, I didn't either.
At the same time, so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys.
You
Thank
can't
you,
do
Leo.
it. I tried it. It's one of the flaws in this, but it's awesome. So it looked cool.
If you're using OBS and you,
I was
use
looking for the
OBS
NWO
directing,
theme song.
That'd
Well,
be
I
pretty
totally.
cool.
It's the same graphics that we used to have that Gary had, but I changed the music. I completely changed it. I've got a voiceover. The wife did the introductory voiceover. Then I come in with the sponsors, and then I, do something stupid at the end. But that was just the intro. I will find a way to get access for everybody for that later.
It looked good.
Yeah, just send the link to everybody.
Sounds
Or
good.
just send it to me and I'll forward it out.
Yeah,
Either
it
way.
looked great though.
That'll
we
work.
are we wrapping up?
Yeah,
Or we
we're
have
wrapping
anything
up.
else?
We'll just open the floor to questions.
We have any new business besides questions or new business.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. Sorry. New business first. I think we did kind of cover the new business with the.
Well, sometimes there will be, sometimes there won't be.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
new
we did.
business
We
would be the
definitely
chopped that we talked about, which will carry forward. The committee, which will carry forward. Unfinished business, we talked about already. New business is what we're talking about now, and the YouTube channel and the BWO. And
lastly,
of course,
lastly, I just wanted to introduce Robert Abbott. He's the sexy son of a bitch in the Red Sox hat. He's a prospective member, just checking out the club for the first time. He's been in the Discord chatting with us. He's from New Hampshire. He lives in New Hampshire, but from Massachusetts. So, Bob, if you want to give a quick hello.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everyone? So, yeah, I've just been creeping around Discord. Bob does beer things in there. But, yeah, I've been brewing about 5 years, kind of off and on, still pretty amateur, I'd say. End up with 3 kids in that time frame, so not brewing as much as I'd like, but a software engineer by day.
You knocked out a competition recently. Won first place in a competition with a Kolsch, was it?
Who, me?
Yeah, I thought you won in a competition. Wrong guy?
No.
Well, listen.
I'll take it, though. I just run with it.
Good story. Good story, Nick.
But yeah, out of New Hampshire, so just poking around.
And your lighting's perfect. Your lighting's perfect, so we don't have to see your hat.
Yeah, I'll need to work on better light for next time. Let's put a spotlight right on that.
Welcome, Bob, to the group. He's been pretty active in Discord, which has been great. So if you're in Discord, don't hesitate to reach out to him.
welcome, Bob. Hey, I wanted to show you one of my friends that joined from Maine. I'm going to share my screen for a moment. This is his setup. I hope it shows up at some point.
Very nice,
Very
guys.
cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So if Phil Boucher ever shows up in the group,
he's a paying member
because he's French. Yes, he's a paying member.
That's a Ruby Street system, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So he's up in Maine. He's
Much is the dog
schoolhouse. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, on natural gas.
You need that grown-up money to have that system. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yes, I believe it's natural gas. Yeah. Yeah. He just bought a canner too because we were talking recently, and he decided to. I told him about the club a couple of times, and he was supposed to be on tonight, but he must have. He owns a barbecue, business where he's smoking meats, and so he's right into what we do. So
that is a sweet
down, Adele. I'm down.
Nice
All right,
There's our top ingredient. Everybody's got to use smoked meat in their beer.
there you go.
Does he have a beard and wear flannel?
Yes, he does actually. Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Keep him away from
6 to
Adele.
noon.
Keep him away from Adele.
And he likes
But-
plaid.
Sorry,
She wants
Adele.
to
He's
six
around
to
my. He's around my age. Sorry.
That ain't
Probably
gonna
a
stop
little-
her.
Oh, you think that's gonna stop me?
Even better.
Oh boy.
I knew I forgot something tonight. I even bought a brand new flannel just for Adele, and I forgot the
Oh,
damn
boy.
thing.
Oh, Leo.
I did.
Maybe.
I got you a new tattoo though.
Oh, look at that. That's hot. Oh,
So,
look at that.
Are we ready to?
That's all I had to hear.
This is Nick's way of saying.
Yeah, I think it's the time to stop the
Wait a
recording.
second, hold on. Is this the question section? Because I do have a question.
Oh, okay. Yes.
No.
And Matt's still
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Okay, Matt. I guess I'll direct this to you because you're the Discord liaison. My son was telling me that the video chat channels on Discord are very strong, and he says that they're better than Zoom. I don't know if they are, and I don't know if there's hesitation to enable those channels.
Yeah, they're not turned on right now. We have voice chat turned on there though. For now,
Okay.
we
Yeah,
can.
he was like, you guys are crazy if you're not using it. And I was like, well, I don't know, man. This is my first time ever using Discord.
Yeah, there's also paid versions of it too. Ours is free.
Discord's huge. It's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it's
There's a lot we
free.
could do with it.
He said it's free, and you could actually have like multiple video chats. Like,
That's right.
so if like 2 of us wanted to do a video brew day, we could be on one channel, and then it could kind of, I don't know. I don't know how you lock it all down.
We're really only using a slice of it. There's a lot of functionality in it.
Yeah. Have you guys discussed any of that? Like,
Well, so we've tried it. So the Discord video portion is a real bandwidth hog. So if you're not
Is
on
it?
a good setup, it will suck the bandwidth down.
So nobody can video chat with Gary. We know that. And
yeah, I'm
Wally,
out.
Wally
Until
might
I
be
get
a little-
Starlink, I'm out.
Wally might be a little choppy too.
Squirrels get exhausted.
Yeah, the squirrels get excited. You're like huffing and puffing on the wheel. All right, no, it's cool. It's just a
No,
question.
we can definitely look into that, Nate. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yep. I mean, it's like down the road kind of thing, maybe. Whatever.
Hey, we'll take free overpaid anytime as long
Absolutely.
as it's
You can do
Well,
it.
I just think it would, for those who don't want to go through the hassle of trying to set up a Zoom call. Now, I know that Google Meet is super easy. I've used it a few times now, and it's just like pretty bulletproof. But if you don't have a Gmail account or a Google account or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, it's a nice additional option, alternative, if you will. It sounds like it anyway. So just throwing it out there. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, thank you, Nate.
Yep.
You can do up to 20 video calls all at once.
Perfect. On Discord?
Limit on it.
On Discord?
Yeah.
But that's 20 individual calls though, right? Within
20 people on a video conference, if you will.
within one, right, on the free version.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could do screen sharing and what have you. Yeah, there's plenty of functionality there.
It's probably not something that's sustainable for like club meetings, but
Something, with this,
brew days.
a meeting like this, we need that horsepower. We need the bandwidth of a Zoom or I don't know what else is out there.
But it's definitely something we can look into and we'll see how we can utilize it.
Cool.
All right, one more round for questions. Anybody?
Oh, just a heads up. If anybody, I know I already kind of talked. Just a quick aside. If anybody, I've had some people like Matt, Jerry mentioned about Bouncer, which was a great call out. But Matt and I have chatted. If anybody has any lines on sponsors that they think the club could benefit from and would want me to pursue, just feel free to let me know. Right now, the sponsors we have gotten to this point has been quite a bit of cold calling, which is relatively great news that we've been able to get some sponsors just by reaching out and saying, hey, here's the club, what do you think? But getting some lines on sponsors is also good too.
What are the different levels?
So the tiers, there's 3 tiers, and then there's like a hey, give us free product and we'll put your logo on our experiment videos kind of tier, which is they don't pay anything but they give us product to use. But the top 3 tiers, there's a $400 tier, a $300, and then a $150. The $150 tier is kind of on the 6-month level where they get to test out the perks of the club and how it would benefit their brand. And then the top 2 tiers are 1-year commitments that we've seen. We've had pretty good success with to this point, but they offer different things from promotional videos to monthly sponsorship posts, weekly sponsorship posts, website commitments from a sponsorship standpoint, sponsored videos, product reviews, things like that. So the sponsorship tiers are actually on the website. So if you go on BrewTubers, you can get the most up-to-date sponsorship packet.
Are you opposed to having a second homebrew shop or supply house?
Yeah, I think the goal was to have, an official for each tier, for each kind of segment of the home brewing population. So to have an official homebrew club, homebrew store, an official yeast provider, an official cleaning provider, and things like that. That was a big selling point personally in my discussions with Gennaro at Beer and Wine.
Yeah,
he said that. Yeah, he said to have them as the official, it would make him more. And I brought it up to him, and he felt a lot more comfortable about it.
Yeah,
So,
there's a comfort level with that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So how about Canadian homebrew shop? Have you reached out to Brewer's Pantry?
No, we're
No,
not.
you have
We're not
not.
doing business with Brewer's Pantry.
Do they have a toilet or
I'm
just
surprised.
septic?
Don't bring them up.
Brewer's Pantry owes us money.
Pretty much.
They owe us money anyway.
Tim Hortons started doing brewing supplies.
Yeah. Adele's gonna sell the pod. We're just gonna wake up one day and Adele's just gonna be gone with our friggin'
with our IP.
Our IP with a thief in
Hey
the
man,
night.
he's playing it in his shop. Like,
Oh well, yeah, that's worth it. We'll just good point. Like I said,
Have
he
you
owes
guys
us money.
thought about a much higher tier,
Is
increasing
he
it
playing
above
these
400?
videos?
What are your thoughts on that, Bradley?
What? No, I was wondering if you thought about having a larger teal than $400.
Yeah, so a lot of
not
the
a lot.
Yeah, right. So, and that's a good question. A lot of what we do is based on member engagement. So, for example, I can't go online and post all of the product review videos. I need help from other folks. So I think, in this first year of kind of the infancy stages here of the club, our first year, I wanted to get price points that were sexy and interesting to sponsors, but also not overload the club members with what they could and couldn't handle. So I didn't want to be reaching out. My biggest fear is to have to reach out to folks within the club to fulfill certain requirements based on sponsorship responsibilities and have the majority of the club members say no. To this point, I've had more than enough people willing to help out, which is best case scenario. It's what we always want. But then again, the club's only been, official for a few months. So I think, down the line, the more members we get, I could 100% see us upping the price point of our sponsorship, and then also giving more added value to those tiers. But for now, not knowing at the time how many people we were going to have in the club to start, and not knowing what sponsors we would get on board, and what that looked like, how they would react to the pricing. I think that where we set it at has been good so far, but I could definitely see us improving upon that in the future for sure. And if you have any ideas on that, I'd love to hit a one-on-one with you and get your thoughts. But yeah, I think right now with 27 members, and not everybody wants to do that type of stuff. Not everybody buys from Beer and Wine Hobby. Not everybody promotes, the club and the sponsors and videos and things like that. So to get as many people as I can doing that type of stuff is only going to be better for them getting views on their channels and for the club as a whole. So the more people that are engaged, the more comfortable I'll feel upping that tier amount and giving more added value within those benefits within those tiers.
Yeah, I just checked my inbox. I haven't seen anything from you, Nick.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll reach out to you. I would have sworn I did, but I certainly am known to miss things. So I have no problem. We can update the email list, and you didn't get the logos or anything, huh?
No, I got the logos. I just haven't seen anything for any sponsor, any reviews for sponsor products.
So the only thing we've gotten for the products,
a little bit of exposure.
Yeah, no, I would. I mean, yeah, just a little bit, Brian, huh?
Tablets from 5-star. Those are cool.
Yeah. The thing with the 5-star was I only reached out, as I mentioned in my little piece of this meeting, I only reached out to people on Discord, and moving forward, I'm going to be reaching out on email, not realizing that not everyone had Discord. Knowing that now for product placement, for people to do product reviews and things like that, I'll be reaching out to email and getting, giving people a few days to reply on that email so that I can get the best people in line to review the best products and make sure that everyone's treated fairly, getting free product and things like that. But with that said, we have the logos, we have those commercials and things like that. So we do have the means with which, if you do want to help promote sponsors and things like that, there's definitely ways to do that too, as well. So, but yeah, for product placement, product trying things out on video, I'll be moving more towards an email format as opposed to Discord, knowing not everybody has it or uses it to its fullest capabilities.
Yeah, it's a good call.
An offshoot question, thinking about the latest Zymergy that I got was the Kvike issue. I don't know which position this would fall under, but the idea of maybe when we're done with our experiment, we drop a press release or something to Zymergy or Brew Your Own and just let them know what we did. And, that could be another way that we could get some more exposure. They've got those club news sections and stuff like that. So that's why I said I don't know which role that would fall under, or if that would end up having to be a new role to release press releases or something like that.
So that probably would fall into the president role. And I have reached out to BYO in the past, and they have put they put me in one of their November 2015, I think. So I have worked with them in the past. So that's a good idea. We certainly work with BYO and Zymergy and AHA.
We ready to just, Sean, you want to move on?
Hang the gavel.
Yeah, I think
Great.
John.
no more questions. Yeah, do I have to hit something? I think we adjourned. We're just over an hour, which is pretty good for our first
Official
meeting.
Yeah, so I'll stop the recording now.
So I think you could stop the recording, and then obviously guys can hang out and